challenge. My protein for today was beef ribs. And I'm in the process of moving to this house. So my smoker's in transit, all that stuff, right? So I grabbed a bunch of these beef back ribs. About 5 pounds of beef back ribs here. I was gonna use short ribs for this, but I could not find them. All right, so I got my ribs. Now I'll make a sauce. I'm gonna make an Asian style back ribs here in my slow cooker. So I can set it and forget it for the day. So first I'm gonna make my sauce. I have half a cup of beef broth. Just this kettle and fire beef broth, that's what I'm using. Put it in a bowl. I have half a cup of these liquid aminos. You can use the coconut aminos or soy sauce if you don't care about soy. I try not to do too much soy myself. So I'll put this in. Next, I got 1/4 cup of Swerve brown sugar. We'll splash some other stuff out. Then I got some garlic and ginger. I use a lot more. Most people probably want like 3 cloves of garlic. I probably got 6. I love garlic. Then I got some fresh ginger here. I basically, if you ever use fresh ginger, you just kind of peel this off, run it through a grater. And so this is ginger and garlic together. I used about a tablespoon of the ginger. I don't know why I don't use ginger more. This stuff is amazing. This stuff is really good. The fresh ginger is way better than like powdered ginger from my experience too. Right now I'm going to use a teaspoon of sesame oil. You can use something like this that's just sesame oil or toasted sesame oil, but I'm using this sesame chili oil that I found. This stuff's pretty good. I haven't used it in a while, but it's just sesame oil and chilies. That's all that's in here. So I'm gonna put a teaspoon of that in. And then I'm gonna put about half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Kind of a heaping teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Feel free to use a teaspoon if you like it hotter than me, and you probably do, because I don't need a lot of heat. Now I'm just gonna stir this up. Oh, that smells great. All right, so we have our sauce. Now I'm gonna get the slow cooker out. We'll get these ribs in. And pour the sauce over them. Now, we're gonna turn this on low, and it's gonna cook for 6 to 8 hours, and then it's gonna be done. If you're in a hurry, 3 or 4 hours on high, I'm gonna have to take the crock pot over here to plug it in, because I don't have electrical now. I've got my crock pot set back there. After the 6 to 8 hours, we're gonna put about 1/4 teaspoon of Xantham Gum in the sauce. I'm gonna take the ribs out for a second. Put about 1/4 teaspoon of Xantham Gum in, stir it up, and then I'm gonna put it on high for about 30 minutes. Hopefully thicken up the sauce a little bit. And that is it. I'll show it to you when I put this in, and I'll show it to you done. So I did really bad with the timing on these ribs. After I put them in, I realized what time it was, and I can't eat that late. So I did change it to high for a while. But now we're to the point, I'm gonna take them out and put some Xantham Gum with the sauce, and then pop it back on high. Well, I tried to record taking them out and putting them back in, but apparently I forgot to hit the record button. But I did, I took them all out. I kind of put them in the reverse order back in, so that some of the ones at the top are now in the liquid. But I added just a little bit over 1/4 teaspoon of Xantham Gum, whisked it up, and they're back in on high, probably 30 minutes to an hour more. right, here's my ribs. Very tender, very Asian-y.